What is going on, everybody? Strikeforce, Mardquart versus Saffiedine. This is MMA Genius. First of all, you can follow me on Twitter at MMA Genius. I'm always talking to everybody on there. This is the last Strikeforce show. Let's get to the fights. Esteban beats Mike Bravo in the second round by TKO punches. Then we have Adriano Martins versus George Gurgel. Adriano wins unanimous decision. I never want to see George Gurgel fight again. He's a waste of space, in my opinion. And for those of you who follow MMA, know that George Gurgel has the best jiu-jitsu in the entire planet. Anyway, I just want to say, Ron Kruk, Frank Shamrock, and Pat Miletich did awesome in the commentating, and all three of them are way. Oh, and Mauro Ranallo, who wasn't there. All four of them are way better than Mike Goldberg. 100%. I am so glad he's not in the UFC commentating. Get him the hell out of there. Anyway, the next damn fight is Roger Gracie versus Anthony Smith. Roger Gracie beats him in the second round by submission, arm triangle choke. There was a cool ass fight. He's probably going to go to the UFC, but listen, he's going to get demolished by the strikers in the UFC. Then we have Pat Healy versus Holoba, whatever. Pat Healy wins by unanimous decision. Then we have Tim Kennedy versus Trevor Smith. Tim Kennedy wins in the third round by submission guillotine choke. I gotta tell you, this fight was boring, and Tim Kennedy, if he goes to the UFC, is gonna get demolished. Then we have Ryan Couture versus KJ Noons. This fight was not boring. I mean, when is KJ in a boring fight? But listen, this is an upset. And somebody asked me on Twitter, if there's an upset that you think is going to happen, where do you think it will happen? And I said, you know what? Probably Ryan Couture versus KJ Noons. He has the highest chance to beating his opponent. And Ryan Couture wins. He beat KJ Noons, but it was very controversial, put it that way. Then we have Jacare versus the only UFC fighter to go and fight in the final Strikeforce show, Ed Herman. Damn, listen, I don't know if Ed Herman looked really crappy or if Jacare looked amazing, but the bottom line is Jacare took this guy out in one round by submission Kimura. Jacare is going to be a force in the UFC, okay? Trust me on that, for real. Then we have Gegard Musashi versus Mike Kyle. I'm telling you, another one. Gegard demolished this guy, Mike Kyle, in the first round by rear naked choke. Of course, it was expected. And Gegard is, I think, going to do well in the UFC. As far as good, it all depends on him. I mean, it all depends on him because he's looked superb, and then he's looked like not so damn good, but I look forward to seeing him in the UFC. Then we have Josh Barnett versus Nandor Gulmino. Josh Barnett wins in the first round by submission arm triangle. And if you've never heard of Nandor, that's because no one has either. And this fight was like a huge mismatch. And I also want to note, I loved Josh Barnett's post-fight interview. Loved it. It was not your stupid, stereotypical, oh, I want to thank my trainer, I want to thank blah, 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 blah. It's boring. He said, I bring death so all can be entertained. And a bunch of other awesome one-liners. Then we have the co-main event, Daniel Cormier versus Dion Starring. If anybody who doesn't know nothing about MMA sees Daniel Cormier stand next to Dion, they would say, who is this short, fat guy next to Dion? But I'm telling you, and everybody knows this, doesn't matter. Looks are deceiving, because this guy, Daniel, damn, is one of the best damn heavyweight fighters on the damn planet. And he beat this guy, Dion, in the second round, which I thought, and everybody else and the commentators were saying this, they thought it was going to end in the first. But again, after the post-fight, Daniel did awesome. Everybody was going on Twitter, that is how you do a post-fight speech. He just went and he goes, listen, I already signed my contract to fight Frank Mir. And then after I do that, I'm going to let Jon Jones defend the belt one time. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to take him out. Damn. Something like that. Not word for word, but that's what you're supposed to do, man. I don't want to hear, oh, I want to think blah, blah. You know, I like stuff like that. You got to be original. Loved it. And guess what? He has a damn good chance of doing that. Is he going to beat Frank Mir? In my opinion, hell yeah, he is. Frank Mir can't stand with him. Frank Mir can't stop his takedown. I mean, he's good. He's dead. I can honestly visualize how the fight is gonna go. Frank Mir is gonna stick his hands out, duck his head. Daniel is gonna either do an uppercut or just unload on him furiously, or land a huge punch. Frank Mir is going to fall on his back regardless. Frank Mir is going to fall on his back, and either Daniel is going to let him stand up so he can knock him out, or he's going to go in there and pummel him and TKO him or KO him. That is definitely what I predict. And as far as him fighting Jon Jones, I think he has a damn good chance of beating Jon Jones, and I hope demolishing Jon Jones, who is not a true fighter. Anyway, now the main event, Nate Mardquart versus Tarek Saffiedine. Holy shit. You know why? If you saw the fight, you know why. The final Strikeforce fight ever. And I'll just say this. The final Strikeforce fight ever. And we have a brand new Strikeforce champion. Tarek Saffiedine wins. He actually demolished Nate Mardquart. He didn't finish him. He didn't stop him. But anybody who has followed this sport for even a little while remembers Jose Aldo versus Uriah Faber and how bad he effed up Uriah's legs. This was honestly like that, equal to that or worse. Tarek demolished Nate Mardquart's left leg. It looked disgusting, disfigured, black, blue, red, bruised. Nate Mardquart couldn't take him down for shit. And actually in the 5th round, Tarek took him down and became the new Strikeforce heavyweight champion. And when I say new, he never had any belt. And he worked his way up, man. He definitely worked his way up. Man, congratulations to Tarek Saffiedine. No one can take that away from him. The Strikeforce champion. Loved it. Now the final words of Strikeforce. I've been to a few of their events. I saw Fader. I saw a bunch of great fighters. I saw Dan Henderson. I saw Gegard. I mean, the list goes on and on. I was there for several events, and it's great. I think they're gonna be known for putting on very, very exciting fights. Now, listen, a lot of them are mismatches or whatever, but damn it, they were damn exciting, and women extremely exciting as well. And of course, the huge brawl that was ridiculously nuts. And then, oh, sometimes these things happen in MMA. What an idiot! I think they're gonna be known for putting on great fights and producing great fighters, which we have already seen be successful in the UFC. And those are my final words. Thank you everybody for watching. Check out my other videos. Like, comment, subscribe. Be sure to check out my upcoming video I don't know if it's going to be a UFC related video or a prank call, because you know I do prank calls. But stay tuned. Thank you.